you can see all the wires I got set up. So that's all the new stuff I've added, bells and whistles, column helper, all that stuff. Everything from the power inverter, new trailer brake, new headlight switch, everything except the original harness. I keep saying we're about to start the harness, and then I was like, well, let me do this first, and then I do it. So I did it. But now we can start stripping that harness down there, right there. But I'm adding over 150 wires to this harness. I counted every single one of them. There's quite a bit of them. So I got a lot to wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and get crack-a-lacking and get this bad boy done. So hopefully we can have this sucker in the truck in the morning. So let me get crack-a-lacking. Let me get like to the middle, and I'll meet you back here. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, check it out. Making some progress. So we got this all squared away. Got our new fuel cutoff switch set up. We got the gem module all plugged in. We got the power inverter plugged in. Got it cleared. This is for one of the blender doors. Now this is gonna go to my fuse box that's mounted on the glove box already on the truck. We got the new pigtail for the airbag going. Now this plug is for all my fancy switches. These guys. So those two plugs are for those two plugs. So, and these are all the leads coming off of those switches, basically. So, and then I got a ground going here, so that ground's gonna mount right there. Yeah, so we're just slowly working our way this way. This is where it's gonna start getting a little funky because we got stereo stuff. We got this is where I'm gonna add some plugs. We got the trailer brake controller. We got our aux switches. So this part gets a little funky. Everyone's is a little different. I gotta get this is my pile of stuff left to wire. I have the thingy-majig for the steering wheel audio buttons, the audio interface. So we gotta wire that in too. We gotta wire in the speaker, all kinds of stuff. So I'm slowly moving there. I'm getting there. It's coming together. It looks really good, I think. So, and then, you know, I do, you know, double check and make sure, you know, everything clears the ducking when it'll mount. So always double check that, because see, you got room to run wire under it. So always check your clearance. But other than that, just coming along. Gang, let me get back to work and show you some progress here in a minute. Hey, what's up, guys? So I got a bunch of work done on this. Yeah, so it's coming together. I got the column helper about wired in. I just need to pretty much wire in the column now. Got my pigtail sitting right there. So let me get that wired in. We'll start making this look pretty. Man, this dash a lot of freaking work. Probably the most jam-packed dash I've ever made in my life. So the truck's pretty much ready for the dash to get dropped in. We still got to do the air ducting, and then the sucker's ready to go in. So sucker's been a lot of work, I'll tell you what. Okay, guys, I got the dash wired. We got the column all wired and stuff. So these are my new body plugs. And my bad, guys, I'm trying to rush this because the guy flew in, and I'm trying to get this done so we can get his butt home. So but I think we got everything wired. This rat's nest is a little heavier than I like, but it's just because we've added so many wires to this. There's really not much you can do. So we got our body plugs right here, and now right here he's got some extra wires that I've added. So this is an extra accessory wire, and then these three are for the aux switches. So if he wants to add anything later, remember he's got aux 2, 3, and 4 to play with. So he can just tap into these and they're ready to party. So we got the trailer, the trailer controller brake thingy-majig module set up. We got our aux switches. We got the radio all set up. We got all our switches set up, the 4x4, all that. We got the new radio, so the radio will be plug and play. And I got the radio and all that set up. So this sucker's ready to go in. Got all our switches and stuff. Got all the column wiring done. Let me tip it up. I forgot to plug in the clock spring. I pulled it all off to tape it all up and make it look all pretty. So fuse box set up, headlight switch, and the water mesh switch ready to go. We got our body plug over here and everything. Now these are going to be for the new column helper. So the truck will already be wired and ready to go for the new column helper. So those wires are just going to chill. I'll zip tie them up behind the cluster. And then I'm going to mount the OBD2 port right there. I just want to put the skin on and make sure it clears the skin before I screw it in. Oh God. We got this will be for the inverter and the cigarette lighter. And those plugs right there are for this guy, for those 2 plugs right there. So let's go take a look at the truck. Let me show you what I got done with the truck. Hey, stop looking at the ground. So the truck's pretty much almost ready for the dash to go in. We just got to put in the vent helper. So I spent a lot of time last night and yesterday running all the wiring for the accessories. So we got a new body plug here. We got this for the pillar, gauge pillars. We got my body plugs. And then I put a little more sound deadener and stuff on the firewall. And we got all our wires ran. We got our backup cam and our stuff for the subwoofers, the antenna. Right here I ran a harness and tapped into right here, and this is for this the amp steps, because they had it running through the middle of the floor over there. And then these wires we got to tap to the fuse box. But once I get the dash in, I'm gonna run all the wires that we need for the fuse box right there. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of kicking butt on this. So we got wires running right there through the firewall, and I've got all the accessories ran, plugged in for the air tank. So there's a lot of wires. I'm not gonna lie, we're kicking butt, but let me move this out of the way. So right here we got our plug set up for the heated and cooled seat switches. I just got to put the caps on them, little orange caps. So we got the seat set up. We got the one for the center console, little cigarette lighter set up. So seats are 100% ready to drop in, door panels ready to drop in, and everything. So it's crunch time. Try and get this knocked out so we can get his butt home. So gang gang. All right, I just want to take one more video because this thing looks good. It looks good. Pretty stoked on it. You know, right before we put the skin on, give you a nice quick walk around. Man, I'm excited. So got our column helper right there wired up, looking nice and pretty. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, boys, this is probably the most jam-packed, crazy dash I've ever built. It's got more bells and whistles than my truck. More than like any truck I've ever done. It's got literally everything. Like I said, you know, man, by the time I finish, this thing should be able to do your taxes and accounting for you. So, all right, let me go grab the skin. I got it sitting over there. I'm excited. We're almost there. All right, guys. So we got the air ducting on there. We got the skin on there. Woo, it's coming together, baby. So probably don't need this on there because we still got to do the airbag. So, but I'll probably put it in the truck the way it sits because it's the lightest possible, and finish putting it together in the truck. So we got all our screws that I can't get to once it's in the truck. So now, you know, this is the bare minimum that I can put it in the truck. So I'm excited, guys. So once my dad gets back from the store, he's gonna help me lift this into the truck. And then meanwhile, I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit while I wait. Okay, guys, so we got the air ducting kit, the little vent helper. Got the defrost set up. Got the front ones set up. So I think the time has come to put this in here finally. So I'm excited. So we're gonna go from the bench, hopefully, to the truck, and we'll get this sucker running. So check it out. Yeah. So, the time has come. Okay. Whew. All right, we got one bolt in there, the other one too. So now we can start running plugs. Hopefully there's a baby running in a minute or two. So okay, all right, so we got the batteries hooked up. Moment of truth. Here we go. Oh, that's good. talking about. So, yes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get some panels and stuff, start throwing those on. But, hell yeah. It's running. It's alive. Now I just gotta put the seats and shit in. Woo. I gotta put these in too. Hell yes. I wanna see if these work. Ah. I think so. Oh shit, I'm plugged in. Alright, my bad guys. So I kinda skipped ahead. I didn't get much footage because I was just running from the garage to the truck, trying to rush to get this thing done. So we're kind of jumping from me putting all the panels and seats in to me jumping to the first test drive, and it was dark. And so me and my dad hopped in the truck and drove it to the Maverick. So skipping some steps, but I mean, we're just plugging in panels and taking it for a drive. So, yeah, my bad guys. Usually I like to go in more details on my videos, but this one was a crunch time and I didn't have much time on my phone, so next time. I guess I had to get some more beer. Guess who came to the gas station with me? Freaking Burnt Toast. So we took her on our first test drive. Ooh. Still got some stuff to button up on it, but looks good. Well, I got something wrong. So I got a couple issues with it, a couple electrical issues I got fixed. The radio doesn't like to turn off, so that's new. But let's see. And the dome lights aren't on. Man, I think I must have forgot to plug something in. Something's not right. So it's just painter's tape because of iPad stuff, but we got it in there, working. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end that video. We're gonna end it right here, just because we're starting to get into like 15 minutes long. I don't like to make my videos usually more than 10 minutes. But so long story short, the issue I was having with that truck with the radio staying on, the dome lights not working, we didn't have a key chime, and we didn't have automatic lights. And after sitting on my laptop and really digging into what was going on, the VCM on the truck, which they started putting those in trucks in 02 to 07 that has them. And basically the VCM wasn't working. It just wasn't on. And I couldn't figure out why. I checked all the fuses. I was having an issue. The mirror stopped working, and come to find out someone put a 5 amp fuse in there. And when I went to go fold them for the first time, it blew the fuse because it's supposed to have a 15 amp fuse in there. So then when they fold in, they're gonna pull more than 5 amps and blow that fuse. So that took me some time to track down and figure out why the mirror stopped working. So we got that fixed. There's a couple other small things that I got fixed on there too, but the big issue that I was having with the truck was the VCM. It controls all of that stuff, and so basically the truck doesn't know the door's open. So when you turn off the truck, the radio's supposed to stay on and the dome lights stay off till you open a door, then the radio turns off, dome lights come on. So basically the truck didn't know if the doors were opening or closing. And I thought, man, maybe it was something I did with the door jar sensors when I put the new handles or something on there, but it didn't make any sense because I used the original 02, 03 door jar sensors, and the amp steps worked properly. So I know that the door jar signals were going to the truck. But for us not to get automatic lights and the radio stay on and no dome lights, it's telling me that that module isn't working right. And I don't know why. I put my voltmeter on there. It has multiple 12 volts and multiple grounds. You know, in case one pops a fuse, your VCM will still work. But all those had 12 volts and all of them had grounds. So after doing more research, it seems that those VCMs do fail a lot. And so that is our problem. We need a new VCM. So can't find a VCM in the middle of the night. So that is what it is on that one. Just got to swap out the VCM, which cool part with those big dashes is you can pull that main bezel out where the radio's at, and you can easily get to it. So that's just something we're gonna have to find and replace. That's gonna be my fix it for that. Other than that, stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna be test driving it. It does sound a lot quieter. It is a lot better than when he dropped it off. I mean, that thing was a burnt piece of toast when he dropped it off, and I think it rides a lot quieter and it's a lot nicer. So stay tuned for that. I'll catch you all later.